Welcome to the Social University Podcast. We are so glad you're joining us today because we want to help business owners, entrepreneurs, and people just like you who want to build their business online. Listen, if we can do it, you can do it. So let's go.
Good morning. I'm Karen Taradas with Social U, and it is time for What's Up Wednesday, where we come to you live Wednesday mornings at 10 a.m. to talk about social media and digital marketing tips, tricks, and trends. We are thankful all month long. We're thankful all year long, but this month we're talking about it. And I want to share with you some of my team's favorite apps, tools, programs that we use constantly. As a matter of fact, when I was asking for submissions for this specific live, there was a lot of overlap because most of my team members use most of these tools on the daily. They are super effective and not super expensive, which is always a bonus. I think we've got somewhere in the neighborhood of 15, 14. So let's just kind of go ahead and jump in. And these are in no particular order, a little bit random, really, but let's talk about it. Okay. Apps that we are super thankful for, programs, websites, stuff we love. First and foremost, for those of you guys who have to generate your own social media content or edit your own social media content or podcast, you need a phone holder. Lamicall Gooseneck phone holder is one that several of us use. It clips onto any table, costs about $22. It improves the shaking and it's because it's so flexible, it doesn't make it hard to adjust and it stays put. You're going to have comfort with it because it's easy to move around. It locks down pretty easily too. And it's designed for flexibility and stability so that it can adapt to what you need for it to be. And it's about 30, I want to say it's pretty close to 3 feet, it's probably 33 inches long. So you have plenty of space. It's got a very thick wire that is extremely flexible. So you can point it in any direction, turn it any which way you like. Super, super helpful for your phone holder if you're stationary versus a tripod, which might tip over. That does happen. We do a lot of recording. Logitech is one of our favorite microphones. It is a little bit more expensive, but it's a great investment. It's $99. It is a Yeti made by Logitech. It is a Yeti studio microphone that improves sound and stream with full fun vocal effects. It does HD samples. It's got studio tools. It's the whole kit and caboodle. And again, we will, when we share this information, there will be links in the description so you can link straight through and take a look at what I'm talking about. iMovie, if you don't have a Mac, I think my entire team is now Mac friendly because it's just so much easier to share content that way. My texts that come through don't interrupt me because I can respond directly on my laptop. And iMovie, which we use quite a lot. We do a lot of video editing. It is, of course, the free video editing app that's included in Apple. It lets users create, edit, and share videos from their Mac, their iPhone, their iPad. It's very handy to have. And a lot of video editing tools cost so much, it's nice to have a free one that's built in. Number 4, speaking of video editing, this is one of the 2 favorite video editing tools that my entire team uses and loves. Opus Clip. It is $15 a month. It is a video editing tool that breaks long pieces of video into smaller, manageable clips. It also allows you to rearrange the clips so that if, let's say you're remote and you're recording a podcast, which we do, I can take a conversation between Becky and Laura, or Becky can take a conversation between me and Laura and double screen or stack us on top of each other. Opus allows you to do that very easily. It also gives you indicators of what it thinks the best clips are, the ones that are the most likely to be watched, the ones that have what it considers to be the best content. So that's kind of built into the program. It's very cool. I highly recommend it. And we test stuff. Often. So anytime I get any kind of new AI tool, any new program, the entire team will test it. And the last time we tested a whole ton of different digital marketing tools, I think there were something like 20. We came out with 2 that were worth actually using and spending money on. Opus Clip was one of them. And the entire team loves it. Number 5, Google Drive. You can't beat it. I love it because it's word searchable. It's easy to keep up with. It's easy to share. It's easy to store. I mean, come on, it costs just a few dollars a month if you want to add storage space. It's just such an effective tool. Now, once upon a time when you sent video, it had to go through Dropbox or it would be compressed. That's not the case as much anymore, especially if they're these little tiny short clips like we use as Reels and YouTube Shorts. So you can get away with a little bit more there. So yeah, we like our Google Drive, and of course it's easy to share and it's client friendly. Okie doke. Number 6, Canva. Do I have to say more? I mean, come on. If you're not familiar with Canva, you must become familiar with Canva. It is the number one graphics tool. It is so much user-friendly than any Adobe tool that I've ever encountered in my life. And there are so many cool things it will do. And we, of course, as a digital marketing company and educators, we have a ton of how-to videos on how to use and execute and implement these tools. If you're part of Social University, you're getting one new in a week. So when there's new features that are announced, you get those directly delivered to your inbox weekly. I love a good how-to video, and I love where it cuts to the chase. Just show me how to do the thing that I need to know how to do. And Canva is so robust. And they have such a great YouTube channel. When you get new information or there's new features, they oftentimes will do their own how-to videos on YouTube. And there are so many, it's almost, impossible to keep up with because they're announcing multiple new features a month, every single month. So it's the greatest graphic tool ever. And you can use it to edit video. You can use it to edit text, images, the whole thing. Just amazing. And you can get a professional version for somewhere between $10 and $14 a month. If you're a nonprofit, you get it for free, which you cannot beat. So love Canva. Number 7, Udemy. Udemy, Udemy. It is an online classroom. It allows you to take courses from anywhere. You can select from different instructors. You can choose from many thousands of topics, skill levels, different languages. You can shop thousands of high quality on-demand online courses and start learning today. If you want to, and this is a great example, if you're unfamiliar with Canva and you want like a crash course on how you need to operate, Udemy has some of the best Canva training, and a lot of my new people go through Canva training directly in Udemy. It's one of my favorite programs for beginners. It's about 16 hours. It's insanely comprehensive. It talks about different color foundations and, spacing and staging. So it's super effective. And I love it. You can literally purchase almost any course on Udemy for anything you want to learn. It's a great resource and you can use it anywhere. Number 8, ChatGPT Plus, not just plain old ChatGPT, but ChatGPT Plus. It is $20 a month. It gives users access to the latest builds of ChatGPT, data analysis, and image generation. It is a much more robust version of ChatGPT, and it is much more up to the minute than ChatGPT. I am partial to Gemini, which is free, but my team really, really rides hard for ChatGPT, and I trust them implicitly. They have their hands in this stuff every single day, so it is definitely worth checking out. Okay, number 9, Grammarly. Grammarly is about $12 a month. It is a cloud-based writing assistant that uses artificial intelligence to help improve grammar, spelling, punctuation, and feeling, which is something I struggle with personally. Sometimes my emails come across as too direct. So I like Grammarly. It tells me if I'm being friendly enough, which is, I guess, kind of a sad confession to make, but here we are. It also, it will tell you if a sentence is structured poorly or weakly. It gives you alternate suggestions. It checks your grammar. It's considerably more intricate and robust than like word check, spell check's going to be. So I like the theme because it tells me at the end of my whatever I'm writing, this is professional, this is friendly, this is formal, which I need deeply, desperately. So yes, love Grammarly. And when you write captions and that kind of stuff as much as we do, we use it often because we, of course, do blog writing and content writing. So it's super effective for us. 10, one of my favorites, Descript. It's $12 a month. It is an AI-powered tool that helps users edit video. It helps create podcasts. It transcribes content, which is one of the main things we use it for. And it removes verbal stalls. So if you are recording a video or podcast and you can program Descript to take out the verbal stalls, and it edits them very seamlessly. And if you have any experience at all editing video or audio where you have to take out a single word in a sentence, it is painful. So Descript takes care of all that for you. It's worth every penny of the $12 you're going to pay for it. If you have a lot of podcast or if you have a lot of video, it's worth it. Totally worth it. The next tool is Slack. We use all three of the project management tools, Slack, Asana, and Trello. We use Trello mostly for storage for content that we want to guard. Content not safe for Google Drive. Slack is how we talk to each other. All of our internal dialogue and a lot of our client dialogue, because Slack is, I should probably tell you what it is. It's $9 a month. It's a messaging app and work platform. It helps with team collaboration. So it's basically text messaging on steroids, because you can, just like text messaging, you can talk to one person, you can talk to a bunch of people, and it's keyword savvy. So if I was writing something about Asana and I needed to go back and find it, I can do a keyword search and it'll pull up every conversation. I can respond if there's a whole stream, like there's 8 of us. So if we have a whole stream of content, you can respond to somebody individually. You can call somebody out like, hey, have you seen this? There's just so many different ways to do it. And I love it. Slack is one of my favorite tools. And we encourage clients to talk to us there because, again, it is keyword friendly. StreamYard, I love StreamYard. It is about $25 a month for the professional live streaming tool. That's what I'm talking to you on right now. It allows you to live stream on multiple platforms. We are streaming as of right this minute. We are streaming live on Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube because this is the only platform that lets you do that very seamlessly. It also allows me to add branding to our meetings. I can add our logo. I can, what else can I do? I can display our name. I can do an overlay if I want to have an overlay. It allows me to change, if there was 2 of us and I'm doing an interview, it allows me to change the background. It allows me to display captions and questions. If any of my team are watching and want to make a comment, it allows me to display the comment so that it makes it easy to see. And even cooler, when you're done with this live, if I have a question from YouTube and a question from Facebook, when we're done, the question from Facebook goes to live on Facebook and the question from YouTube goes to live on YouTube. It's so incredibly cool. And it allows me to display the user who asks the question or makes the comment, which is just amazing. I also have the ability to add a banner if I wanted to add a banner. And, if I thought about it, I would have added it beforehand, but I didn't think about it. But it basically is a runner across the bottom of the screen. So again, if you're doing an interview or you're going live and you want people to see your website or see a specific website, it's very easy to display it. But yeah, I love StreamYard. We constantly are in StreamYard. It also allows you to download audio separate from video. If you're wanting to do a podcast and you don't want to be seen, easy enough. Asana is the other project management tool that we use constantly. And this is what we normally use to talk to clients. Anytime you work with us, Asana is $11 a month, by the way. It's a web-based tool. It helps teams plan, organize, collaborate. What's the difference? Well, Asana is set up by board and Slack is set up by conversation. I'm not saying you can't integrate those 2 things. I'm just saying that's our normal regular use for those. But in Asana, when we have a client, we can put up a whole week or 2 weeks or month of content. It allows the client to go in there and view the caption, the hashtags, the image, the video, and make comments. They can give it a thumbs up that it's approved to post, or they can say, I don't like the background, or I don't really like the way I look in this picture, whatever information they want us to have is communicated in Asana. That allows us to bring our A game, because I don't know what you don't like unless you tell me. So if we are, especially when we're starting, it's very important to communicate with the client so that we know that they're getting content they like. Surprisingly, sometimes people are kind of quiet and it's okay until it's not. But I say this often, you're not going to hurt our feelings. I want your feedback. I want to know if you like what we're doing, and Asana makes that easy. And you can see all the different edits, and you can see all the different notes. And if your account manager is talking to the client, I can see the conversation back and forth. So it's a great way to kind of document everything and for us to know if we're headed in the right direction. I love Asana. It's one of the best decisions we made as a company with our clients. Asana was one of our biggest game changers for sure. And 14, Buzzsprout. If you do a podcast, you have to have Buzzsprout. Why? Well, I don't want to go through and upload my podcast to every single podcast host, because there's a bunch. So this is a cloud-based, you get $12 a month you get 3 hours for $12 a month. You can up your hours, but most podcasts don't do a whole lot more than 3 hours, but you can if you want to. It's a cloud-based podcast hosting solution that helps businesses create and publish podcasts across all streaming platforms. So with one button, you can upload it to everything, which is killer. I mean, you can't beat that. Very streamlined. It also allows you to do like sound optimization, which is super helpful. It allows you to schedule publications, and there is a dashboard that shows you all your analytics, which is amazing to me. So for $12 a month, you get sound optimization, you can publish it to everything, you can schedule it, and you can see all your analytics. You can't beat it. Just the best podcast tool ever. As far as I know, there is no competition for Buzzsprout. Love it. And that's it for me. Those are our 14 favorite apps, programs, websites that we use very consistently across the board. Now, next week, we're going to be talking about businesses we're thankful for. I am a big supporter for local business and local nonprofit. We are really going to get into that next week. And then we're closed the week of Thanksgiving. Yay. So my entire office can have some downtime and spend time with their family. So you guys, thank you so much for joining me. If you have questions, issues, comments, feel free to comment or DM. I'm always open to feedback. And until next week, I am Karen Taradas, and I'm here to help. Thanks.
Thanks for joining us for the Social University podcast. We hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to follow us on all of our social media at Stay Social U. That's the letter U. And we will talk to you next week. Remember, you've got this.